Tea Party welcomes you to this evening's County Council One Candidate Forum. The old adage that you get the government you deserve is the inspiration for our grassroots organization. When I tell people that hate politics that they need to get involved, I make 2 points to them. First, what else do you spend several hundred to several $1,000s a year on and never ask what you're getting for your money? Secondly, you may not want to be involved in politics or with politics, but politics is involved with you. Our format this evening was necessarily changed due to the tremendous response we received from the candidates in this race. None of the candidates have seen the questions or have been told what the format would be beforehand. We thank all the candidates for attending tonight and their interest in the county government. We will start with a 2-minute opening statement, which we ask candidates to tell us what they think the job entails and what major initiative they plan to push forward in the first 6 months of their term. We'll then ask 4 to 5 questions for each candidate to answer in 2 minutes. We are going to be strict on the time. Yes, we want you to be able to think on your feet. I will be standing in the back of the room with 3 colored cards. The green card means that you have 30 seconds left. The yellow card means you have 15 seconds left. And the red card means we're all going to stand up and scream and tell you to stop. Anyhow, we will stop you in fairness to everyone. We'll interrupt you at that point. We will draw a name randomly and then proceed in order to the right, starting with the opening statement. Finally, we'll ask for questions from the audience. These questions can be directed to any candidate and can be related to an answer you heard here tonight or not. It's your choice. We'll have a drawing of $50 at the end for every District 1 registered voter. We ask, we're using the honor system there, that submits a ticket or a card to us tonight. And Kat Palmer and Mary O'Malley will be our monitors this evening. And our first candidate to speak about themselves will be all right, Mr. Helen. Okay, and Walt, if you can again just kind of move the thing down. I think that's probably best instead of having it down. And give me a minute just to get the times. Sorry, that's right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Walt Halen. I'm a U.S. Army veteran. Went to college on the GI Bill, where I went to Cleveland State. We got a degree in political science and history, and started working for Mr. Steimer in the shipyards, handling all these contracts there. And discovered I was on the payroll, and he then thought it'd be best if I got an MBA, so he paid for my MBA at Balla Wallace, along with my books, and then gave me a company card and a style gas card. And he expected performance, and I expect performance for myself and for you if elected to this office. It's my intention to be a leadership role to drive business and make the county very open for new kinds of business of every type, and also to knock the taxes down. We cannot have a county where population is falling and taxes continually go up forever and ever. This can't happen. We have to align ourselves and with the other counties in our area to be sure that we are competitive with those other counties, because we're driving people and homeowners and retail out of the county into the other counties. This cannot be sustained, and it will not be sustained if I am seated in county council. We need to advance our chances with the medical community. We have the Cleveland Clinic, University Hospitals. Thank you. Oh, okay. We've got lots of potential here that we can leverage that kind of practice here with additional R&D, additional medical manufacturing, and we should assure the people of Cuyahoga County that all of the business activity that's conducted in these medical centers is done within the county, and encourage our suppliers to be located in the county so that we can get the benefit of the taxes and they support our county. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, then we're going to move to the right. just bear with me half a second. We decided to give you guys 30 seconds more.
You're right or you're right? You're right or they're right?
They're right, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I really don't need this microphone, but I'll try and use it without blowing your ears out. I'm Dennis Lambert. I'm also a county candidate for District 1. I'm a retired U.S. government employee. Worked for the United States Postal Service in a supervisory position. I did time and motion and efficiency. And I think what sets me apart from all the other candidates here is I've walked almost every corner of this community. My job was on the streets. I've talked to people in East Cleveland on Hayden Avenue. I've been in Cranwood. I've been out in Collinwood. I've been in West Park. I've been in the inner city. I've been in the projects. Surprisingly enough, you probably wouldn't know this, but there are more Wall Street journals delivered in Carver Park and the projects on Central than there are in Rocky River. You'd be surprised to know that. That's true at the time when I was there. I'm a fiscal conservative, and I don't know how people identify Republicans and Democrats. I know everybody's got a label. They've even got labels for Tea Party people, and I've just found out what you're all about tonight, thanks to Dave. But I'm a fiscal conservative, and I'm a social progressive. I believe that people have to come first as well. I don't believe in throwing money at something that doesn't work. All spending must be considered an investment, and there has to be a return in order to pass my scrutiny. My county priorities are to make this area encourage and attract corporate growth, work to create permanent job opportunities. I want to support our county executive and the purpose of the mission. I also want to pursue the state and federal funding, update infrastructure, streamline our operating expenses at the county level while enhancing county services, and provide quality health care and human services to the people of Cuyahoga County. That will be my mission. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Paul Daly, not to be confused with Paul Daly Jones. I'm a Republican, she's a Democrat. But actually I'm a political outsider. I was born and raised in Fairview Park, one of 6 children, and I raised my 5 children in Rocky River. So I lived in the District 1 for over 55 years. I think that surpasses any of the other candidates as far as my residences here. And because of that, I also know a lot of people, a lot of voters in this county. Either I know them, they know my brother or sister or one of my kids, or even my dad. If I had a nickel for every time I go somewhere and someone say, "Are you Doc's kid?" I'd be a rich man. And he was dedicated to service, and I think I got the blood from him as far as serving people. And I chose to serve people as a county prosecutor, prosecuting people, keeping them safe from crime, keeping their property safe, and fighting corruption wherever I could. I was a trial attorney for 25 years there, and also met a lot of jurors over the years who would come up to me and say, they were a juror on my trial. Nice job, and that's very gratifying to hear. As far as going around, I've heard a lot of statements of people drawing on their experience as city council members. I think that in fact is overrated. It actually cuts both ways. If you're on city council, you are a political insider by definition. And if you're running for a higher office, you're also technically a career politician. And that is what I understood the issue 6 vote was all about, to change that.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. I'm Nicole Daly Jones. As a North Olmsted councilwoman and proud mother of 3, I try my hardest every day to live the values that I learned growing up here on Cuyahoga County's west side. My parents taught me that hard work means something. But our government for too long has not only been corrupt in some cases, but ineffective. I was the first in my family to graduate from college. It wasn't easy though. My father worked 2 full-time jobs, first and second shift, to get us through those years. I'll never forget what my parents gave up to give me opportunities that they never had. And they did it through hard work and persistence, by playing by the rules and not by gaming the system. My community taught me we're all in this together. But our government for too long has put self-interest ahead of our common good. In my family, when times are tough, we work harder and make tough choices. I try to bring that same approach to government. Last year in North Olmsted, the former mayor's answer to a budget shortfall was to raise income taxes. I helped lead the fight against those tax increases because I believe elected officials have an obligation to govern with common sense. So what did we do? We cut spending, including reducing my own salary as well as other elected officials' salaries. We saved taxpayer dollars, and North Olmsted is positioned now to respond to economic recovery. I want to work to establish a county government that thinks like us and works for us. I want our county government to reflect the decency and hard work ethic that is so fundamental to who we are as a community. I thank you for your time this evening, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you.
Hi there. My name is Brian McGilvray. I'm a Libertarian candidate. And I want to start out by thanking the event hosts, and I want to thank all of you for coming out because our democracy requires our participation. I'm a lifelong resident of Cuyahoga County. I'm married to my wonderful wife, Annabelle, back there in the corner. And we have a lovely daughter that we're raising here in Cuyahoga County. I became involved in local politics as a reporter for the Sun newspapers, learning the intricacies of our town hall meetings and our complex political structure. At this job, frankly, I was quite good at finding out what politicians did poorly and reporting about it. But inside, I couldn't help the nagging feeling that I wanted to actively change things rather than grouse about it. And I buried the sentiment at the time and did my job. But that's when things changed in my life. 4 years ago, I was stricken with cancer, and while recovering, I had a lot of time on my hands to think about how I should live my life. I decided, coming forward from that experience, that it was time to be proactive, to help others by addressing political and economic needs, and by being the change that I wanted to see in the community. I want to see myself and others continue to raise families in the Cleveland area, reversing a worrying trend that our best and brightest are out seeking greener pastures. I believe Cuyahoga County is a wonderful place to raise a family, and it has the infrastructure, knowledge, and entrepreneurial spirit to revive a moribund economy. We need to change fiscal and political policies that have taken place over the past half-century. The change I want to be will be the extra change you see in your pocket when we rescind the medical mart sales tax hike. The change I want to be will solicit taxpayer opinion, and the change I want to be will be concrete ideas, not abstract concepts like regaining the public trust or instilling accountability, however noble those may be. My name is Ryan McGilvray, and I want to be your councilman in District 1.